Alright, good morning guys. Let me just turn this down a little bit. Bring this over here. Alright, good morning everyone. Let me just make sure you guys can hear me all loud and clear on the YouTube guys should be all good. Welcome back everyone. Good morning guys, good morning, good morning. Welcome back everyone. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Let me just turn this down a little bit. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Got gold back at all-time highs, guys. Crazy runs on gold, guys. Absolutely huge runs. So welcome back, everyone. Gold ended up having a pretty huge breakout yesterday, guys. Just continued this absolutely crazy run on gold. And this is why I said I wouldn't be taking a single sell position on gold until the daily tells me otherwise. And as you guys can see, Asia finally did pull back, grab some lows, and now you're trying to re-break back higher. So, yeah, gold, crazy push. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Good morning from Holland. Good morning, man. Good morning. Let me just get this Discord up here as well. Audio, video good. Awesome. Thank you, man. Welcome back, everyone. If any guys are new here, my name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the last 7 years, mainly focusing on gold futures here in the European session. So I'll break down all markets for you guys this morning. We'll have a look at gold. We got gold almost at all-time highs. We'll break down NQ. We'll look at some currencies. We can have a look at copper, and we'll see what we get for the day. Gold's going to be, again, unfortunately tricky around here, guys. We're literally back at all-time highs, which I believe the currency was hitting all-time highs when I had a look. Let me just have a quick look at the currency chart, and then we'll look to dive in. Where's the currency chart? Let me have a quick look here. Yeah, currency's very close to all-time highs. Futures isn't quite there, but currency is very close. You did end up having a nice pullback in Asia. That's what I was kind of saying yesterday, to come down and grab some 4-hour lows. You came down, wicked some 4-hour lows here, wicked them again. And now you're trying to re-break back higher. So it's not a bad level to still look for longs. You know, you have all-time high targets up here. If we can get maybe a little bit of a pullback, what do you have? 100 ticks. Okay, great. These ranges are very big here, guys, which is good. So all-time high liquidity resistance sitting above. Any early sellers could get squeezed out here. I'm just going to bring my currency chart over here to the screen. Hourly's looking good. Let me go 30-minute here. We have the London Open in about 21 minutes as well. Now, before we do anything, let's just have a quick look at the news for the day. What do we have coming up today? Tuesday, 23rd of September. So, at 8:30 London time and 8:50, we do have some France, Germany news. What else do we have? We got some pound news coming up at 9:30 London time as well. And then we do have US dollar PMI at 2:45 London time. And you've also got Trump speaking at 2:50 London time. And then you have the Fed speaking at 5:35 London time. And I'll be back on fast markets today as well, guys. So hopefully you guys will be able to tune in. I'll absolutely see you guys there as well. I did see Riley this morning. Just posted a very good point. Where was Riley's message? Where's it gone? Riley in the YouTube chat. Where was your message? It was a good point. Up more this month than others, and I've taken way less trades. That's the absolute key. More trades doesn't equal more profit. You know, you take what the markets give you. You're going to have very active months in the markets. You're going to have quiet months. And typically, the less trades you take, the better quality setups you will have. So focus on quality over quantity. Joe will be around about 2:30 London time, man. 2:30 London time. 8:30 or 9:30 Central time. So, obvious trade here today, guys, is we are looking to continue buying gold. You had this very nice liquidity grab here in Asia. You came down, grabbed the lows, had a beautiful breakout here, and you're having a decent pre-London push up here at 6 a.m. So, really nice 6 a.m. run up here on gold. You're getting some pretty decent pre-London moves recently. And in order for us to want to continue buying gold, if we can come down and wick some 30-minute lows, we have a pretty decent range here. And this is a still pretty decent range, you know, even below these 30-minute lows, up into this all-time high. There's 100 ticks, which is amazing. I'll absolutely take 100 ticks here. You know, if you got anyone trying to short these all-time highs, where would they be risking off? Well, very likely this all-time high and Asia high right here as well. So if we can come down and grab some lows, amazing. We'll see if we can get long here. If we re-break high from here, that's fine. It's not my trade. You know, my trade was the last liquidity grab, which was back down here. So if I want to get back in at a resistance, then I want to do it at a good level, which is a bit of a pullback into some previous lows. So let me just set some alerts here on my currency chart. Hopefully this 30-minute kind of maybe closes a little bit doji. London Open comes down, wicks some lows, and then we'll see if we can get these longs. Certainly something I'm still getting used to. Qualified mechanical, my career has been the harder and longer you work, the more money you make. Not here with trading. It's a big stat back, man. So yeah, 100%. I mean, it's like, yeah, that's the hard part in trading, man. It's like, yeah, more, you know, more work in most other businesses equals more money, but in trading, it's not always the case. But I mean, the good thing is with trading, it's like, you know, you can put in work without sitting there watching live markets. You know, you can do back testing, you can study some content. There's lots of ways to put in the work of trading, but yeah, actually staring at live markets is like, you don't really need to be sat there watching it all day. Let me just close this door, guys. Like, a lot of people, you know, will sit in front of the charts for like hours and hours and hours on end, just watching price go sideways and forcing trades and thinking that that's putting in work. It's like, that's absolutely not putting in work. Putting in work is, you know, understanding if the markets are untradeable right now, doing some simulation sessions, doing some backtesting sessions, and refining the plan, building some more trade data. Too many people in the other days, you know, end up just spending countless amounts of hours watching markets just go absolutely sideways, and then they end up taking a trade they regret. So that's not putting in work, which I think a lot of people think that it is. Not back at the office yet, still missing the key. No, I did get a new key. I got a new key, thankfully. I'm going to the office this afternoon to trade on fast markets. So I was like, I don't really want to go now and then come back again. So I was like, I'll stream from home, trade London this morning, go to the gym, and then go trade New York. But no, luckily we do have the key back. Gold finding some resistance here, which is good, guys. I want to see if this London Open can pull back, and then we'll see if we can get these longs. Let's have a look at some other markets here. I did trade NQ yesterday. I took a combined trade on NQ yesterday. I took like $500 playing this move up here. Hourly came down, grabbed the lows. You guys remember from the London session, we spoke about buying price up into these highs here. You guys who were here yesterday, gold didn't really give the play, but NQ absolutely did. Ended up giving, you know, a massive push. So if you guys followed the analysis from yesterday on NQ, you pulled back. I said I wasn't really too interested in shorting, but once you do find some support, I think you're going to get some great buys. You've already had a very nice run up here. So NQ analysis yesterday was absolutely perfect. The longs that I did take, like I say, it was just a combined trade. It was off that hourly flip and that hourly liquidity grab at 0150. So I think it was like somewhere around here. 24, where are we? Was it a little bit higher? Yeah, around here. So it's from this move up here. Very quick, nice move. Ended up pushing way more. Now, analysis for the day for NQ is, look at that daily. Look how bullish that daily candle is. Absolutely huge. Another huge push up. And that's why I said to you guys yesterday, you know, don't get too focused on trying to short this market. Trade what you see and trade what's right in front of you. Don't get too focused on trading what you think. So, huge 4-hour fake out. Yeah, look at that 4-hour fake out. Look at that, guys. Huge push down, completely engulfed back above, and then ended up having just an amazing push back up. Where do we come back up into? 25,000. But we put that level back on the London stream yesterday as well. So we put on 25,000. We put on these all-time highs from Friday and ended up having a great push. Very nice push. Now for today on gold, today on NQ, you are chopping around these all-time high levels. Again, it's not a market I'm going to be selling. There's no reason for me to want to fight this. You sell it, you're going to miss the clear opportunity to continue buying. That's the easy trade. We want the easy trade. It's going to be easy for us mentally. So similar to gold, you do have these all-time high targets. You're trying to break back above 25,000. If you can break out here in 14 minutes, pull back at the London Open, just a little bit of pullback, then I'd like to play this range. What do you have from here to here? Again, 30 points. Still a pretty decent range on the cards here. So this London Open is going to be very key. You're missing the Asian sessions. Been killing scalp in the Tokyo Open. Nice, so easy and predictable. Nice, man, nice. No, not really, to be honest. I enjoyed not trading Asia, to be honest. Not there's anything wrong trading Asia. You get some great moves, but I enjoyed just trading London and pre-New York. But again, there's a good thing with trading gold is like, you could trade Asia, you could trade London, you could trade New York. There's been great moves in pretty much all of the sessions. But yeah, Asia has had some very nice moves recently. You do get some great moves in Asia a couple of times a week. Yeah, after the hourly close after my trade, NQ gave another nice trade. Yeah, 100%, man. Here, once this tagged these lows here and closed bullish, like these buys at the New York Open were amazing. And here again, more buys, continuing to buy, absolutely amazing. But yeah, Asia was always good to me. Did have some great Asia trades, to be fair. Some very good Asia trades. What those lines, is that liquidity? Yeah, these lines are my liquidity levels. The ones I just had in NQ, they were the ones from yesterday. You can see these loads have been grabbed here on gold. Now we're looking for the highs to come up and be tagged here. So let's be watching gold for longs here. Now it's pretty overextended. You do have all-time high targets, but like we saw yesterday, like we've seen pretty much all the time recently, is you break all-time highs. You don't tag all-time highs in reverse. You break all-time highs and you keep breaking. Do you regularly trade London and New York session in your community after you move to Europe? We trade the same. Even when I was in Australia, man, we trade the same times. We live stream for an hour and a half for London, and then we do Asia and New York market calls every day, man. Every day. Same, man. Yeah, Asia. Yeah, Asia was quiet for most of summer. Yeah, quiet for most of summer. Then it had great moves. I think this year so far, even since leaving Australia, Asia was probably my favorite session. Asia had some absolutely amazing moves. But then again, London doesn't just mean the hour and a half that we're here for. You got pre-London, you got London Open, you got London into like 11, 12, 1 o'clock. London doesn't just mean you trade for an hour and a half. The London Open is guaranteed to give you trades. The way that gold moves is, you need to be watching 30-minute candles, closures before our stream and after our stream as well, because there'll be plenty of times where we'll jump off and you'll get a move like 9 to 10 to even 11. I still class London into all the way into pre-New York and New York as well. So we'll see if gold can break out here. Maybe we might even get a 15-minute fake out. Let's see. That's crazy, man. Good morning. Can we talk more about Goldie? Yesterday I tried 5 times to short it, but it kept running. That's crazy, man. If you were on yesterday's stream, I literally said, don't sell gold. Trying to short gold 5 times is crazy. You measure gold from back here, from these lows, back up into this candle here, because you were shorting on this day, you wouldn't measure it from here. Gold's up 3,600 ticks. If you were trying to short this day, okay, previous day closed with a 550 tick bullish candle. So the only reason you're trying to short is because you didn't get the buys up. And this is exactly what I said yesterday. Anyone who's shorting gold is shorting gold because they didn't get the easy continuation long trades. There was absolutely no reason to sell gold yesterday. There hasn't been any reason to sell gold for pretty much most of this run up. If not in here, I could justify some sells. Here, I could justify some sells. However, once you close bullish, 550 ticks on Friday, back above 3,700, you're shorting first thing on a Monday after this weekly literally hasn't closed bearish since back down here in the start of August and is up 4,000 ticks. There is absolutely, and this is literally what I said yesterday, is there's absolutely zero reason to short gold. There's zero reason to short gold. Gold's bullish. Gold's been bullish for literally. I mean, look at this. What's this trend? It's very, very, very simple. Is this trend bullish or is it bearish? Well, it's bullish. It's very clearly bullish. So if you try and short this and you get stopped out, that's going to send you on tilt because you know the trade is bullish. You're trying to trade what you think, not what you see. And shorting 5 times is very aggressive, man. Very, very, very aggressive. You know, if I'm shorting gold for maybe a little bit of a pullback, I'm shorting it once and at half risk. If it continues breaking out, the smart trade is long, so keep buying. Yeah, that's literally what we said. I mean, it's again, someone said the same thing yesterday here as well. There was a 5-minute fake out. Should I go short? I said absolutely not. Gold is bullish. There's zero reason to short gold. If you short gold because you think price is going to pull back, the markets unfortunately don't care about what we think. It'd be great if they did. We'd all be very, very rich. Unfortunately, the markets do not care about what we think. The markets are neutral. And if you get too caught up on trading what you think, then you'll miss out on very clear buying opportunities. So if any guys who were trading yesterday, you know, looking back at this, what's our plan? Our plan is morning stars and fake outs. Well, look at that. You broke below, you broke right back above. Huge play. Huge, huge, huge run up. And there was no reason to short that. So same here again today. Look at yesterday's candle. Yesterday's candle closed 650 ticks bullish. So when I come onto the charts today, again, I said the same thing yesterday as well. When I come onto the charts here on Monday, I look at previous day's candle, which was Friday, and I go, okay, cool. Friday closed with a 550 tick bullish candle back above 3,700. So for me, when I jump on the charts here, like I said yesterday, sells literally don't even cross my mind. Not a single reason to short gold crossed my mind yesterday. And it will be the exact same thing today. Yesterday closed with a 650 tick bullish candle. When I come onto the charts today, I'm absolutely not looking for sells. I'm looking for these pullbacks to continue buying. Whereas most people see this pullback and go, "Oh, this is it. This is the big reversal. This is my time. You know, I'm gonna call the highs on gold. I'm gonna fuel my ego, and I'm gonna get squeezed out." Whereas for me, I said the exact same thing on NQ and I said the exact same thing on gold. If I see this pullback, all I see this is a great pullback as an amazing opportunity to continue buying. I said the exact same thing on NQ yesterday. When this pulled back in the London session, I didn't short this pullback because it's not my job to short all-time highs. However, once you pull back and find some support, I'll absolutely get long. Said the same thing on NQ, same thing on gold. And again, you know, it's just a learning lesson. But gold is absolutely not the market to try and fight. Gold loves to give false signs of finding resistance, looking like you're going to pull back, and you just continue breaking out. That's why when you have your daily bias and you understand what your higher time frame is doing, when you drop down to the lower time frame, your trades are so much easier. Because my higher time frame bias on gold right now is very bullish. Therefore, when I drop down to my lower time frame, what are we looking for? We're looking for morning star plays. We're looking for maybe some fake out opportunities, some sort of lower time frame liquidity grabs and breakouts. I'm not looking for evening stars, and I'm not looking for fake out sells. I'm only looking for fake out buys and morning stars. That's it. That's it. That's it. But again, it's a learning lesson, man. I have been the one who's tried to short gold many times when gold's running up, and just when you think gold can't keep running, I promise you, gold can keep running, and it will keep running and keep running and keep running. But it's also the main reason why I don't short all-time highs is because if I short all-time highs and price breaks out and continues pushing higher, I'm going to look back and I want to go, wow, that was really stupid. And that's probably going to be something that's going to send me on tilt. So that's a tilt trigger for me. Is if price is pushing up on the higher time frame and I sell it, that's a tilt trigger for me. Therefore, I just won't do it. So even if, you know, let's say today closes bearish, like it did last week, this day closed bearish, cool. You know, I'll short this day, easy. I'll short this day because the markets have shown me that there's actually bearish momentum here. It's time for a pullback, and then I'll get my short here. But I don't short this day. I don't short this day. I'll absolutely short this day. I won't short this day. Once this closes bearish, I'll absolutely short this day. So I won't short this day, but if this day closes bearish, amazing. I'll sell tomorrow. I don't really care too much. It's always just, you know, it always comes back down to trying not to get too focused on trading what you think and trading what's right in front of you. But again, good job on actually sharing, man. It's a lesson. It's all part of the growth. But you just have to remember, gold is not the market to fight, and gold is absolutely the market that loves to give the false signs of pullbacks before you continue just breaking much higher. That's what gold loves to do. Loves to make you think, oh, cool, you know, we're slowing down. You know, we're closing doji on the hourly. You go right back up, which I think is exactly what we did in the 4 hour yesterday. Like here. You know, you close doji on the 4 hour. You go, okay, cool. Maybe it's time for a pullback. Boom, right back up. That's what Goldie loves to do. We got London open in 3 minutes here, guys. If we can pull back at this hour, tag some lows, I'd like to get long here. What time do you use for taking positions on gold? Analysis and directions done on the higher time frame. I'll maybe use the 15 or 5 or 30 minute for entry. So I want the hourly right now because I want to see this hourly close. As soon as I get this hourly confirmation, you know, I'll mark on my lows like this. Then maybe I'll drop down to a 30 and then see if I can get the longs. I don't really have a, you know, this is my one time frame that I execute off. Depends what the trade's shaping up on. Could be a 15-minute morning star, could be a 30-minute morning star, or it could be a 30-minute morning star and a 15-minute fake out. They kind of all work together. Now NQ trade was into New York session. I don't do New York streams now. We do London streams. If I did New York streams, I'd be on it all day long. I will be on the Topstep fast markets New York stream today though. I do New York market calls, but I don't do live streams. Just London. Mind looking at copper? Yeah, absolutely. You can have a look at copper. Definitely. Copper had a great setup yesterday. Let me just see this hourly close here on gold. Hourly close on NQ. A little pullback on NQ, and you could get some nice longs here on NQ. Having a pretty decent breakout, so I would like to watch this. Yeah, about 15 minutes before, Ben, I believe, man. Let me have a quick look. I'll see it. Let me tell you guys what time I'm jumping on. Let me see. So we will jump on. Let's see. I will be on at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. 8:30 a.m. Central Time today. Thank you, having a decent breakout here, guys. Gold having a nice little bit of a pullback. If we can come down and wick some lows, I would love to get long here on gold. Let's have a look at copper. Let's have a look. Copper's had some nice setups again recently, especially with gold being at all-time highs. Look at that daily close yesterday on copper. Wow, look at that. Ended up closing nice and bullish. Held this morning star play here. Continued pushing yesterday. Today you've come up in Asia, tagged the highs and already selling off back below. Now the interesting thing here on copper is the reason I wouldn't buy this day is because, like we said yesterday, look at this weekly resistance. Huge weekly resistance. Therefore, to me, I look at this on copper, and last week's low looks like a pretty interesting target. So I'd be considering sells here on copper. So you got last week's low down here, like this. You've just had a very decent. What we got here? We got 20 seconds to the London opening, guys. You just had a very nice fake out from this area of resistance. Look at this. You closed above, closed right back below. Nice, Asia sell-off here. It's a 4-hour time frame. Drop down to this hourly. So hourly, look at this. Came up, tagged some highs, closed bearish. Look at this huge morning star play into New York session yesterday. Wow, look at that. Huge push. Now, with where copper is now, though, I wouldn't want to be a seller here, but if you can get a little bit of a pullback, I would like to short down into this support. Sells on copper, to me, make the most sense. Let's have a look at Goldie here. So, pretty doji candle close on gold on this hourly time frame, which is good. That's what we want to see. So if we can now come down and tag these hourly lows, to me, this looks like a nice play to see if we can get these longs. 100 tick range, very nice. Very, very, very nice. Let me have a look at this currency chart. 30-minute, maybe even some 30-minute lows. Re-break the highs. These ranges are pretty big as well. Let's see, it's a nice hourly bottom wick here. Let's have a look at the currency 4 hour. Big wick rejections. I mean, it's got 2 hours till it's going to close. Let's have a look at NQ. Oh, NQ have a nice pull. Let's watch NQ as well. If I'm going to trade NQ, guys, it's only going to be on a combine. I want to trade on my Thunder, but I have a combine we can fire up here. Gold coming down for the lows here as well, which is nice. Did you just tag the lows? Almost. Yes, you did. Gold did just tag them hourly lows there. Look at that. So let's see. Let's drop down here. Let's have a look. Yeah, if we start to find some support, maybe re-break these highs here. 70 tick range back up into these all-time highs. Looks nice here on gold. I like this. What would the stops be? 27 to 40-ish. Let's have a look here, Goldie. Let's have a look. So if we start to break out a little bit on this 5-minute, after tagging these hourly lows here, I'll see if we can get along here. Be watching NQ as well. Markets are moving. Crude, we can have a look at crude, absolutely. Let me just see how this Goldie's going to shape up here. How do you change your balance to ticks? When you're in a trade, if you go settings here on Topstep, and if you go to charts and data, you can change the chart value display type to ticks. You can go dollar, tick, percent, or points. I like to do ticks on gold. Does the daily price action work the same as the hourly, for example, in terms of liquidity gaps? Yes, absolutely, Jake, absolutely. Which is where gold gave very nice setups, which we spoke about for this whole entire run up here. Before this whole entire run up happened, we were talking about longs from all the way back down here. Because look at this, what did you do? Tagged the daily lows, re-broke higher. What did you do here again? Came down, tagged daily lows, re-broke higher. What did you do here again? When you pull back, where do you tap into? Previous day lows, tagged day lows, re-breaking higher. So yes, absolutely, man. It's very, very, very key. Daily fake out here on Friday. Continue buying yesterday. Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same plan that we want to see on the lower time frame. Here on the daily as well. Absolutely, man. It's very, very, very key. Them daily liquidity grabs are very, very, very important for our plan. You didn't actually tag lows in the currency? Oh, yes, you didn't. Very, very, very close. Very close. Yeah, daily liquidity grabs are so key. They're great for swing trading as well. A lot of my swing trades are based off them 4-hour and daily liquidity grabs. Why are you waiting for the lows to be grabbed on NQ? Didn't do it already? Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look. So what does I speak about? The hourly lows? I think there's some 30 lows. Just because if I was to buy NQ here, it's almost like I'm buying at resistance, so it doesn't really make much sense. If I want to be a buyer here on NQ, I want to be a buyer, at support. So to me, that's here. So if we can, start to wick these lows here and have a bit of a pullback on the lower time frame, then it's not a bad place to look for longs. It's only because from here it's already pushed. I don't want to chase it from here because I'll end up buying at resistance. But if we pull back, I want to be buying at the lows. Because if I'm going to be wrong, well, I want to be wrong buying at support, not resistance. Because then I can cut my trade way quicker. For instance, if I buy from here, like right now, if I buy from here, this support, and price breaks out, well, I can close my trade pretty quick. However, if I buy from, you know, this breakout here, try and chase it, but then my loss is going to be way more. So my risk to reward is going to be off. So 5 minute just closed bearish there on NQ. So you'd have to see a bit of a fake out before you'd want to continue trading against that. Goldie 5 minute just closed bearish here as well. Remember, the gold trade is more so based off the higher time frame. So 5 minute bearish closure doesn't really mean too much. If we start to wick from this, 85-ish level, great. Great. Yeah, gold just hit the lows in the currencies as well. Very nice. Pushing down pretty bearish though. So again, you don't want to fight this market. What I mean by this market is this current push down. But if we start to grab lows and break out, amazing. I think to be honest, even a buy stop in this current 30 is a good level to get long. Because from here up into here, minimum 70. What we've seen recently on gold is you tag these all-time highs and also push way more. You have 3,800, just a couple ticks above as well, which will give you about 123. We'll have a fake out of 37.50 on the spot. Let's have a look, man. 37.50. Yeah, that'd be very nice. Yeah, fake out buys from 37.50 would be beautiful. I agree, man. I agree. It's not a bad level here. Look, you got that VWAP level. You got this big previous resistance here as well. Let's see if we can hold here. Maybe a 5 minute fake out or something. Gold squeezing down here. Look at this nice pullback here on gold. Again, remember, like we said at the start of the stream, this pullback to me is great. This is what I want to see. NQ have a nice little pullback as well. Again though, if we start to see some support here on NQ, this could be nice. Oh, copper might break the support here. Copper sells back down into that 57.65, if not, 458 level. Looks like a big short here on copper. Gold trying to find the support here. $15 tick bounce there on Goldie. Yeah, we can have a look at some currencies as well. Just see if gold's gonna shape up here. Finding some nice support here on the 5. Remember, the break of the 30-minute high is the real play here. Not getting too focused on the price action here. We're mainly our trades based off this. Yeah, currency chart did just hit that 37.50 level, rejecting quite nicely. I'd probably be risking off maybe 50 ticks at half risk, maybe. See if we can get up for about 100. Nice 1 to 2. Yeah, nice quick reaction off that 37.50 level. Are we looking at the 2-hour time frame? 2-hour? No, I've never used the 2-hour. I only use the 30-minute hourly and 4-hour and daily. I don't really use any. I don't use anything between the 4-hour and the hourly. I used to look at sometimes the 3-hour, more so for swing trading, but no, I just kind of stick to. I mean, when I do my 4-hour analysis, I'm just having a quick brief look. I'm going to quick brief. Oh, cool. We tagged lows, we held supports. I'm trying to see if we can get this done. We got 3 cool highs. Cool. Just kind of confirming what I'm looking for. I'm not really doing, super in-depth analysis on that time frame. I just want to look to see if it's kind of at a good level. But no, 2-hour I've never used. Maybe it's a secret time frame. Do you mark your own? Yes, this is all. I mark my own levels, man. Yep, I mark my own levels. These levels here, these are liquidity levels that we do every single day. They got hit beautifully on gold yesterday and also got hit amazingly on NQ. They get hit very, very well for the rest of the day. So I always say to you guys, keep these levels in your charts. Big sell-off here on NQ. Again, that's why I said I don't want to buy these highs. It's a very nice sell-off. How to sustain a funded account for as long as possible is get consistent and don't focus on trying to sustain the account for as long as possible. And also don't try and trade the P&L. Don't get me wrong, you know, you get times in the markets where the markets, you know, you have to remember, in your trading journey, it's not necessarily a big bottle of water. In your trading journey, you know, you're going to have winning months and you're going to have losing months. Sometimes in losing months, you know, it might cost you because you might have just taken a payout to lose your account. That's fine, that happens. But if you feel like you're just constantly churning through accounts, then, I mean, there's many different reasons, but you're very likely just too busy trying to chase the P&L. Don't focus on the P&L. Don't focus on trying to trade big size. Don't focus on trying to hit a certain dollar amount of buffer. Just take good trades that you've clearly proven to yourself already work, and just focus on the markets. You know, trade micros if you really want to. You can get amazing payouts and amazing trades just trading like 5 micros here on gold. More than enough. More than enough. But most people, you know, they full port the combine, they pass it in 2 days. And then they don't realize, but they end up building really bad habits that you'll take through to the express fund accounts. And you'll think, well, I passed the combine in like 2 days. I can do this unfunded easy. And then you lose it. And you get too busy focused on the P&L. You're not focused on actually taking good quality trades. Which, like I've said before, you know, it is hard in trading because we always judge our progression, especially when we're learning, on how much dollars we're either making or losing. But like I said to you guys, that's not the best way to judge your progression. Like I've said before, you know, progression might look like today I felt FOMO. I didn't FOMO into a trade. That's a good win. Your P&L might not have changed, but that's a good win. But if you're always too busy looking at, you know, P&L to judge your performance, then you're going to hold yourself back for too long. Your P&L, look at this, is a nice reaction here. We could have a buy here. P&L isn't always a reflection of the growth. My last few months have been ironing out the bad habits. Yeah, they're good. That's amazing. That's progression. If we close bullish here on gold, guys, I'm going to see if we can get long. 30 minutes close to flipping. We got the first 15 minute of the London session coming up here as well. You're kind of wicking out the lows here, so I want to see if we can get back up here. So the real key is, you know, but you know, sometimes you do have to lose funded accounts to feel that emotional pain to be able to get like completely neutral with trading these. So don't focus on chasing money or chasing payouts. Just focus on taking good quality setups. And always remember, you know, you don't need to be trading, you know, multiple trades every single day to be getting good payouts. I don't know if I don't know if I can see my old 50k that I had for. I had a 50. I don't have it anymore, but I had a 50 on Topstep that I had from January. Do I still have it somewhere? I don't know how I'd find it. I had it from like January all the way until like June or something, and I had like 3 or 4 payouts from that one. Where's it gone? I wish I have it somewhere. I showed it recently, maybe it's on my other computer. And I was getting, yeah, you know, great payouts just trading, you know, 5 micros. I wasn't really too focused on, you know, you'll get good payouts when you don't focus on trying to get good payouts. You'll make good money in trading when you don't focus about making good money. What do you think about footprint charts? Are they really necessary, or can they be trading done? No, I don't think they're necessary, man. They might have I mean, everything in trading has a use. It's just do I need a footprint chart to show me that the buyers are stepping in here? I can see it right here. It's just a different way of looking at the charts. Same as you know, all of these, you know, bars, candles, like all of this. Heikin-Ashi candles I see people use. It's not to say it doesn't work. It's just whatever works for you. Have I ever looked at a single footprint chart? No. Do I know people that use footprint charts? Absolutely. May get long here on gold. This is a beautiful 15-minute rejection here, guys. Nice bottom wick on this next 15. I'll see if we can get long here. Lovely 5-minute reaction here. 15-minute, giving that nice wick rejection, so we get a bit of pullback. I like this. I'm going to see if we can take this much higher. But I mean, you know, everything has a place. It's not to say, you know, one tool is better than another. It's about what do you find works for you. If you find it too over complex and confuse you a bit too much, you don't have to use it. You can see me, I literally use price action here every single day, and we call some amazing market moves. Like all of the NQ buys yesterday. Did I need a footprint chart to tell me that there was lovely buy opportunities yesterday on NQ? No, not at all. Could it maybe help for some people? Yeah, absolutely. Hey Aaron, hey man, what's up man, what's up? Gonna be in Bali from November till April, nice, amazing man. Unfortunately I won't be there man, that's me, I was in Bali in what, June I believe, but that's me for a good while man. I'm here in Europe for quite some time now, so I won't be in Bali for a good while man, but absolutely enjoy. Bali's an awesome place man. Let me change this to dollars, I want to see the dollars. How much are you risking? Like 200 maybe? Yeah, $200. If we close back bearish now, I probably will risk off this low here. If we re-break this, then you may come lower. And therefore, I'd wait to get back in. But Bali's a great place to trade from, man. Great place. You'll have a great time. Lots of I don't know if you've been before, but if it's your first time, man, you know, get out there and you know, go to some co-working places and meet some people, man. It's a great way to connect with other. There's loads of other traders in Bali as well, so you'll have plenty of connections out there, man. Exactly, Luke. Exactly, man. The secret sauce is there is no secret sauce. That's the secret sauce. That's the secret sauce, man. There is no secret sauce. What do you have in T-highs? Very nice. Do you miss Asia? As in like trading Asia? Or as a place? I do miss trading Asia sometimes. But I like trading first thing in the mornings here as well. It'd be cool if I was able to go back to that side of the world, that try and maybe do some Asian sessions. 5-minute breaker structure mean something compared to higher time frames? Not really too much. It's just for execution based on what the higher time frame is already telling me. So for me here, this trade's more so based off this hourly, wicking out previous hourly lows and looking to buy back up into these all-time highs. Lower time frame just kind of confirms some bullishness for me. But now the 5 minutes, I'm not really watching the 5 minute too much here. I'm also, this trade to me is based off this 15-minute, wicking these hourly lows and holding support. So my stop's based off this 15 low. If we re-break this 15 low, we might come lower. So therefore, I don't really want to risk too much more than that. So I'm risking like 170 here. Like now, don't get too focused on the 5 minute. How do you get your lines? I just use a trend line, man. This is just a trend line here. I've just changed it to a dash line and have it on the 1px here. If you click on it, if you're on a Mac or Windows, I think it's Control. If you hold down Command, then you can put it on. If you hold down Shift, it does the lines pretty perfectly as well. That's what this trade's mainly based off here, guys. Trade's based off price coming down, tagging these hourly lows, and trying to see if we can get these buys back up into the highs. So we're looking like something like this, pretty much. Just going off here. I'm trying to see if we can run this back up into this 3800. That's a very, about 4 risk to reward. Up into these highs, about nice, almost 1 to 3. I do want to watch NQ though. NQ has been shaping up very nicely in the London session. Look at this, you're already, you know, wicking out these lows and starting to wick back above as well. Let's keep an eye on NQ here. But yeah, don't try not to worry too much about, you know, 5-minute breaks of structures and 5-minute patterns. It's, you know, you can refine to 5 minute as you progress, but to be honest, we've had a lot of traders even who've come on the retreats who have just completely stopped trading the 5 minute and have been having way better results and way less stressful, and it's also so unnecessary. Sometimes I don't mind trading the 5 minute. I don't trade it very, very often. I'm happy to trade it, you know, when we're on it here together. But when you guys are trying to get consistent, yeah, don't worry about the 5 minute. Might work maybe better for something like NQ, but for gold here, you know, copper, it will. You try and read 5 minute price action. Sometimes you can end up just talking yourself out of a trade. When you look at the higher time frame, you go, oh, that was really simple. If this 30 minute close is bearish here on gold, the next 30 minute may come down, grab the lows, and then you may get the buys at 9 AM. So if I do get squeezed here at 9 AM, I'll get right back in. Only if, you know, the next 30 maybe comes down, grabs the lows, holds support, and then you're trying to see if you can get a potential, you know, maybe a 30 minute morning star if it closes bearish, something like this. But let's see. That'd be lovely, to be honest. No, not at all, Jake. Do strategies lose their edge over time? Too many people start using them now. We have zero impact in these markets, man. We have zero impact in these markets. We're like the tiniest of little fish in a gigantic sea full of big traders. If that made any sense, but no. If 100,000 people started using the way I look at the markets, it would make absolutely no difference, man. No difference. Yeah, there you go. We're plankton, not whales. Yeah, something like that. That's what I was trying to get. Something like that. No, we just have the live streams would have no. I mean, maybe JP Morgan and all the hedge funds right now are sitting here watching our London live stream. I don't think so, but you never know. I'll be flattered if they were, but I don't think so. But no, like I was in Singapore trying to zoom into the JP Morgan offices to see if they're watching the streams. See if they can pump this market or not. But no. The way that I like to trade is, you know, taking advantage of these liquidity grabs, and this is what gold does time and time and time again. That's why I love trading gold so much, because I find gold so repeatable in the way that it moves. And gold's been doing these moves since I've looked at it for the past 7 years. So don't get me wrong, I have definitely adapted with the markets though. Like if you go back and watch my live streams on my channel, I think you can go back as far as maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. You'll kind of see how my style of trading has also changed as well. How far can I go back? 2 years ago you can go back, but if you go back to my actual posted YouTube videos, and the oldest, which is like 4 years ago, that's when I kind of started documenting it. Is like, even back then I was trading very different. Similar concept, but just kind of more refined. Here's the low time frame. Refined to more price action. Yeah, definitely, Damon. Yep, definitely. It's not something I use, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely a nice confirmation. I was more so looking at this view app, but also lining up with this nice resistance here as well. Would have been great just to take a shot of buys from down there. But yeah, it's kind of that previous breakout level, hourly lows, and that view app's kind of like the last thing that would kind of take it off. Definitely, man. Definitely. It's not something I really use, but then, to be honest, sometimes I look at it and go, it does get very, very, very well respected. Very well respected. Let me change this back to ticks here. We've got 30-minute close coming up in 5 minutes here, guys. Don't get too excited just yet. This 30-minute close is going to be key here. It's going to be key. Not really too much, Ross. I don't think it'll have that high of an impact, to be honest, here for gold. What time is it coming out? It's coming out in German PMI in 5 minutes. No, I don't really think it'll have too much of an impact, man. The biggest one will be US dollar PMI today. US dollar PMI will be the biggest mover here. We do have pound PMI coming up at 9:30 as well. So once this gold trade plays out, we can have a look at the pound. So we've done pretty much what we said so far, guys. We said we'd come down and we'll come down and tag these hourly lows. We came down, tagged these hourly lows, and now we're starting to get this rejection. So let's see if we can flip and drive into these highs from here. 5 minutes came down for an added liquidity grab there, so there could be a valid stop here in a second. You also have a trend line coming down here as well. So what does that trend line mean? It means most people are probably trying to short that trend line. We're looking for buys up into where most people are trying to sell. The only thing is with our entry right now is if we manage too quick, what I'm kind of seeing here, again, this is why you always want to see the markets from that neutral perspective. I can see a potential left shoulder, a bit of a head, and a right shoulder could shape up right at our entry. Therefore, if we go to break even right now, we could basically lose the trade before it ends up doing exactly what we want. So I'm not break even here just yet. The way I'll go to break even is if we clear like maybe this next resistance here, then I can manage risk, because this is the level that I'd want to be respected. Like if we break this, cool. This is the area I'd want to be respected, therefore then I can move my stop up. But right now, it's kind of looking like something like this. So let's see. We've got this 30-minute close coming up here as well. Where have we gone? 30-minute close, closing nice and bullish. So we should get a bottom wick on maybe this next 30. And I'm trying to play this up into at least these all-time highs and Asia highs are about 92 ticks. So risking about 32 to see if we can get about 90 here. Yeah, that pound news will be very interesting. We'll have a good look at the pound as well. Let's have a quick look. We've got 30-minute close in 5 minutes. Can't even see that close. Pound will probably get pretty choppy until that news. What did we do yesterday on the pound? Came down, tagged the lows, closed bullish, tagged the highs. So remember, the pound's in a bit of a range. You know, we had some amazing longs on the pound here last week, but now that you tagged this liquidity level that we had, you pulled back. The weekly time frame's kind of right back into a very tough range on the pound. You can kind of see here. Here's a very tough range. Big make or break level. Quick look at the monthly. Yeah, pretty doji. Kind of hard for me to give any sort of analysis here on the pound. That's some pretty decent support being formed there. You know, tagged the lows, closed nice and bullish yesterday. So could you come for a bit of a head and shoulders play here on the pound? Maybe pull back up into this, let's say 1.3575, if not 3600. Yeah, possible. 4-hour time frame. Bearish, so you'd want to see a little bit more of a breakout here. If this pound current hourly re-breaks its high, yeah, there's the potential there for the pound longs. For pound longs, let's have a look at NQ here. NQ still squeezing lower here, guys. No longs on NQ just yet. Goldie trying to re-break back higher. Let's have a look at copper. Copper finding some support. I like copper, which may come into the New York session today. Pull back and then trying to get short here. I think a lot of people trapped in some longs here. I like the shorts on copper. Look at that hourly now, guys. Hourly, so hourly's pretty much done exactly what we said it would here, guys. You came down, you've tagged the previous hourly lows, and now you're coming back for the highs. You've got 3 equal highs here. So very nice liquidity levels here on the Goldie so far. Already closed partials. Nice, Sean. Oh, nice. You had a first entry. Wow, look at that. So you had an initial entry on a 4-hour liquidity grab. Wow, beautiful, man. Beautiful. 2 great trades, man. Very, very, very nice trades, man. Absolutely amazing. Added on this 15. Nice. Good job. You guys on YouTube, you've got Zoom. Sean here in Zoom already crushed 2 long positions on the 15. So you already had longs from like back down here. Took them here and got back in here. Very, very nice, man. 2 amazing trades. Playing the range is beautiful. Lovely trade, man. Lovely, lovely, lovely trade. Great work, man. Great, great, great work. Coming up to some big resistance here on gold. So, like I say, this is the make or break level. We want to see it break this. If we can break it, amazing. Yeah, it looks like Sean's buying you the new gold iPhone. That is a very good point, Luke. Thank you very much for bringing that up. I almost forgot. Yeah, Sean, let me know if you need my address for the gold iPhone, man. Gold iPhone. Gold-plated iPhone 17 Pro Max. Whatever it is. Bagged 500 on the first trade, same as Sean. Oh, nice. Amazing, damn. Beautiful work, man. Beautiful work. Yeah, Sean's buying me a gold iPhone. That's crazy. Instant top wick here on the 30. Kind of would have want to see a bottom wick, but you've opened and just tagged the highs. So there's potential to manage here because you just liquidated some highs here. You'd want to see a little bit more of a bottom wick here first. I'm going to bring these 5 lows here. Risk in 16. So as long as, I guess, as long as we kind of hold below above this sort of area, we should be good. So we could manage potentially soon. Can you pay postage fee? Nah, sorry man, I can't. It all depends on this gold trade. I don't think I can. If you can afford to buy me a gold-plated iPhone 17 Pro Max, you can cover postage. That's part of the deal. That's part of the T's and C's when you joined. That's why you got to read the T's and C's, man. It's all written in the. It's all written on the website. Yeah, yeah. Read the fine print. You didn't read the fine print before joining. The fine print is, if you join and we take only winning trades together, it's a 50-50 split. Losses, you take 100%. It's very, 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 very fine. It's like tiny, tiny, tiny. It's also the same color as the paper, so it's a white font on white paper. So you're wicking out previous 30-minute highs here, guys. Like I say, it's a big make or break level. I would love to see this break back higher. But again, what I would love to see and what can happen are two very different things. So in terms of staying neutral here, we are back at this hourly resistance. So it's not a bad level to be open to managing. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see this break and continue pushing. But we are at resistance. So let's stay very neutral here. NQ... I mean, NQ does have potential. I would want to see a bit of a 30-minute fake out on NQ. Potential 30-minute fake out buys at 25,000 up into all-time highs. So far, gold's having the nicer play here this morning. Very, very, very fine. Up about 40 ticks here, guys. Risking about 16 here. Just close to 27. Yeah, nice. Good job. Beautiful. 27 in London session is great. Don't be afraid to lock in gains here. So it's a London scalp. So 27 ticks is great. What are we hitting about here? 50 ticks. Look at this. Goldie with the push now. Beautiful. Beautiful. So now this is a level to manage because we did just wick some pretty decent highs. Currency is very, very close. So kind of wicking out some, previous 30-minute highs here. You're wicking out some big previous 30-minute highs. So yeah, to me, this is a good level to manage here, guys. I wouldn't want to see this come all the way back down to here. I want to see if we can now break this resistance. So to me here, I'm going to manage. Got out 30 ticks. Nice. Hey, 30 ticks is 30 ticks, man. In a London session, take it. Gold's at basically all-time high, so you play the range. It's fantastic. Can't complain. Can't complain. No longer getting the Zoom invites. How to access them? Casey, if you paid to join the Traders Club, you will have access to them. If you hadn't paid, then people who were in it for free, which was an error on our team side, were removed, man. But if you have paid, just drop me a message on Instagram or something, man, and we can get you back in. I'm gonna close. Let me close. What are we up? About 41 ticks. I'm just gonna close a little bit here. Let's leave some runners here on gold. Yeah, rip the highs. I know that's the thing. You're kind of messing around here. You're back at this big resistance. Like I say, although I'd love to see this rip it and break, we do have US dollar PMI, so play the range. Play the range. Kind of looking at this higher time frame 30-minute chart here as well. I do believe we're going to break these highs because you'll get a lot of people jumping in shorts here. But do we have to break it right now? Not at all. Could we pull back here and just continue to range and break it later on with New York? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, new all-time highs coming to NQ. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I would love to see some NQ longs. Where are we? Here. Yeah, I'd love to see some NQ longs as well. You get back above here at NQ. NQ could have a nice play here. NQ trying to break back above gold at the resistance. Interesting, interesting levels here, guys. Very interesting levels. Closed the combine for 38 ticks. Up 113 ticks for the day on the combine. Wow, that's amazing. 113 ticks when gold's basically at all-time highs is fantastic. Absolutely amazing work. That's your day done. Even on a week, that's incredible. On a month, that's incredible. One contract, yeah, it's over $1,000. It's amazing. Amazing, amazing. So you're kind of holding this resistance here on gold. 50. I mean, I closed a little bit at like, what, the 40s? Yeah, look at this 15. Now you're kind of wicking these highs. So I'm going to trail up a little bit. It's looking 20 ticks here. So you are still, you know, we played this range pretty well here. But you're kind of at the resistance, at the support. So we haven't really broken out just yet. Again, this is why you want to always stay neutral, guys. Don't get too excited. Stay neutral. And make this 100%. Yeah, nice one, Damon. I'll see you for New York, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. So that's what we're playing here in London. We haven't really broken out this range too much. So we played this range very well. We came down, we tagged our hourly lows, we held the support. We took it nicely. Thank you so much. You make the trade look so easy. Took 40 ticks and closed. Very nice. Beautiful work. I was looking at the trade and you saying it's a good trade is like the cherry on the cake. Hey, that's amazing, man. That's the best way to use these streams. They're not for, you know, signal purposes. They're for you guys to understand the reasons behind the trade and hopefully take them on your own. So if you were already looking at the same thing, again, we're doing our job, man. So it's amazing to hear. Well done. Do you always trade in ticks? Yeah, I always measure gold in ticks, man. Yeah, I measure gold in ticks. I look at NQ and points. If you measure gold here, like from here to here, this move here, 200 ticks. 200 ticks. One contract, $2,000. Up 40 ticks for the day. Nice, man. Nice, Casey. Beautiful work, man. 2,300 profit on my 100K since the 9th of September. That's absolutely amazing, man. 2,300 is incredible, man. Considering gold's been pretty much having huge moves, that's fantastic. Nice to see you guys later. Have a good day. Yeah, you too. Appreciate you tuning in. Good job on the trade today as well. 40 ticks. Nice work. Beautiful work, guys. Beautiful work. Considering gold was at all-time highs when we first jumped on, it's nice to see it's actually having a decent move. See if we're going to break this resistance, guys. See if we're going to have this play here. Closed 52. Beautiful work, Nikki. Wow, amazing. You guys are locking in the gains here. Amazing. 51 ticks. Nice, Joe. Nice, nice, nice. Very nice, guys. Good job. Back at the resistance as well. I've closed more than 50% here as well, guys. Beautiful work. Just taking some profit off, but don't understand. Ticks the second day here. That's all good, Tom. Ticks is just the way that we... I was going to close here, guys. I'm going to close it there. Ticks is just the way that we measure gold. So if you measure gold from here to here, that's 84 ticks. So here to here is 84 ticks. One contract's $840. If you trade in 5 micros, then it's half. It's just the way that we use to measure gold. So if you look at this, you know, these big moves here on gold, I get my measuring tool and I've measured from the previous day high to, low to high. This number here where it says 652, that's 652 ticks. So one contract, $6,500. Not that you're going to catch all of it, but that's just how we measure it. Yep. But yeah, you can always change it here on Topstep, man. You can go charts and data and just change the ticks there, whichever you prefer. 350 for the day. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Nice work. I'm fully out there, guys. You kind of play in the range there. Again, you know, only trade it at 5 micros. Just play in the range. But still, you know, locking in another $150 a day for the next payout is great. What's your response to people saying trading is a scam and not a real job and can't be done full time? Not really too much, to be honest, man. I kind of gave up trying to tell people about trading. You can more bus. About trading. Like, I used to always tell, like, you know, family members and friends and stuff about trading, but it's like I don't really talk to trading to other people. Like, I don't, like, if someone says, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I just kind of work online and have some business. I don't really say, like, oh, I'm a trader, to be honest. Because people go, oh, you're one of them. So yeah, I don't really bother. I mean, if people are interested, you know, like I'll share my stats and stuff like that, and you know, go back in, you know, show people what you can do. But it's like I don't really care too much to try and convince people. If people don't think trading is real, then that's fine. If you guys saw yesterday as well, you know, yeah, I get it. Yeah, people say it's gambling. Yeah, to be fair, my parents were somewhat supportive, but you can always tell, like, I don't really understand it. But it's a completely different generational thing. Like, my parents kind of grew up in the day of, like, you know, you got to go out. And if you're not doing hard physical work, then you're not working. But like I said, if you guys saw my YouTube video yesterday where I showed you my stock plays, it's like in stocks alone, the past 3 months, I've averaged like way over 10,000 a month for literally just buying stocks. So people, you know, like my parents, for example, like maybe bought property and made money in property. But if you talk about trading, it's like it's the exact same thing, just doing it online. It's just like, it's especially when you're learning and trading, it's honestly like one of the things that was like, I don't really recommend telling too many people unless you have trading friends who can actually understand it. Because if you're upcoming in trading and you try and talk to like family members about trading, because when you're upcoming in trading, guess what? You're not going to be making money. Therefore, if you tell it to people and they, you know, I used to have family members come home every day and be like, oh, have you made money today? I'm like, oh, no. And you can tell, you know, they kind of get that doubt in their eyes. But it's just, yeah, you're better off talking to maybe some close friends who even understand the markets. Because yeah, I used to have family members come home like literally every day and be like, oh, if you made money today, I'm like, oh, no. It's so draining to have to tell people no, but it's like when you're upcoming in trading, of course you're not going to make money. It's going to take you a long time. People go to, you know, uni and become doctors and lawyers for like, you know, 7+ years. So people expect just because you're getting in trading, you're going to make money in the first week. So unfortunately, it's not how life works. Yes, yeah, same here, Joe. Yeah, same here. Yeah. I just like, yeah, I've made money on my combine. I'm almost funded. No, I what's funded? I was like, well, you basically get given this money. What? So they're just going to give you 50,000. I'm like, well, not quite. It's just, yeah, it's just not really worth it. So gold just played this range, guys. So I kind of got out of the highs, but have come back down to break even here. I was hoping we could break out, but remember, like I said to you guys, we have to stay neutral, regardless of if we want price to break out. We're at resistance. We have to trade what we see, not what we think. So we kind of played that range. Pretty well there. Where are we long from? What here? Where do we get long? Where do we get long? Entry 85.9. 85.9. And we got out at 89.7. First one was 89.7, so I took out majority. 89.7. So not biggest risk reward, quick little 1-to-1. I would have loved to have seen this rip high, but again, we'll take the range. We'll get the second position at 88.8. 88.8. Yeah, around there. So because did that, you got first out there, second around there, around 30 ticks. 30 ticks, considering we've been in this range, is fine. We'll take it. I do still believe there is much more room for us to go higher here as well. Especially the fact that you've now rejected off these highs even more. I think you'll get a lot of people trying to short this trend line. So there is still much more room to see gold squeeze higher here, guys. This upside target isn't off the cards. I'd still like these highs. But I probably want to see this hourly close now. So we kind of played this range pretty well. Now I want to see a bit more of a breakout here. Had 51 ticks. Yeah, that sounds about right, Tom. That's amazing. 51 ticks in a London session is amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Hey, that's good, Chris. That's good. Beautiful trade. Didn't enter because I promised myself to wait for higher time frame closures. Brings lots of no trade days, but I'm way more confident. Yeah, no, that's amazing, Chris. That's literally, I'd love to hear that more than I just copied the trade because you took it. That's not what we want to hear. So if you didn't take the trade because you were following your plan, which is a higher time frame breakout, well, if this hourly breaks out in, 14 minutes, you still have, 50 plus ticks and highs, and you'll still get a great trade. That's good discipline, man. That's exactly what we like to see. Yeah, runners at break even. Yeah, if you've got runners, yeah, hold it. You're trying to see these all-time highs. See people mark out resistance differently. Can you show me how you identify support and resistance? Yes. I mean, the way I like to mark out support and resistance is I like to do my support and resistance through bodies only when it's closed below and above, confirming a fake out, and the wicks. It's the only time I like to go through bodies. So if I was drawing support here, I'd be drawing it like this. What I'm basically trying to do is I'm trying to incorporate this wick, see how this broke below and then broke right back above. Well, that confirms that this is a nice fake out level. Here's a nice fake out level. Therefore, when I see price come back to this level, I don't want to see price close below it. So I go, okay, cool, here's my nice support. If I'm looking for price to break out, then I'd probably have some resistance like here, for example, or maybe even, you kind of see you got support, resistance, broke above. I'm pretty much just trying to go through as many wicks and as little as bodies as I can. The reason I have what I have drawn on right now on gold is, where do we draw something? We do this on the, here you can kind of see, look, every time you've broken above this level, you've broken right back below. You broke above, right back below, push lower. Above, right back below, push lower. Above, below, lower. Lots of wicks. Kind of got a bit of a wick here. So I know that this is a strong level. So what I'm basically thinking now is if we can get back above and hold above, then we should be good to play this range. We don't want to see if we break out of this, and let's say we take longs on the breakout, we don't want to see price close back below. Because last time we closed back below, you end up having a decent drive lower. You close back below, decent drive lower. So if I take longs on the breakout here, I want to see it hold it and squeeze. And again, this kind of works up. So I kind of would do like a level on the hourly, then I'll refine it to the 15 maybe, or the 30 minutes. So it's kind of hourly resistance. So I might, let's say if I draw my hourly resistance here, and then I'll drop down to like the lower time frame. I'll be like, okay, cool, yeah, that makes sense. But if I actually just bring it down a little bit more here and incorporate these wicks here, I'm always kind of looking to the left and working my way right. Then I'm kind of looking like this. I'll go, okay, cool. That looks like a nice level. So I've gone from having it like an hourly resistance here to, this is more of an intraday level. So if I want to see some longs, I want to be buying at the support. If I'm not buying at the support because price is already pushed, fine. I want to see a breakout now, and then I'll see if I can take it. But there's no perfect way to draw support and resistance. It doesn't really matter if you have it here or you have it here. It's whatever you like the look of the breakout. If price closes really bullish like this, doesn't quite break this perfect level, but it does close nice and bullish, then that can be fine just to take it as well. It's very, you can do it as a line. You could do it as one big zone if you really wanted to. It doesn't really matter too much. I like to do it as a simple line because I like to keep it clean. But to be honest, if I'm looking for longs, I don't really need to draw support. I'm only really drawing my upside level. Like I could kind of have this here right now, because you can see this is intraday resistance that's being formed. I don't need to draw support all the way down here. I don't really care what's happening down here. All I care about what's right in front of me. And if I want to go long, and we're currently holding intraday resistance, well then I'm just going to wait for a break above this level here, because this is my intraday resistance that's clearly being formed and respected. So I'll wait for a closure above, then I'll get my long. I don't really care what's happening down here. A lot of people have, 5 different support and resistance lines on their chart, and they end up getting way confused. You only really need 1 or 2 levels max. I don't need any more than that. I don't care about what's down here. All I care about what's happening right in front of me, and that's this resistance. Oh, NQ having a bit of a breakout here as well, guys. Remember, NQ into all-time highs does look very nice here. You had that 15 closure back above 25. You're probably going to get this 30-minute closure as well. Now, if I was drawing this level on NQ right now, I would say closure back above this, and I'll see if I can get the longs here. Big intraday resistance. It was support yesterday. You tried to break above. You broke right back below, confirming a fake out. So therefore, I want to see price get back above and hold above. And then I can see if I can get into all-time highs. Where was that trade sent into Discord? We're in from somewhere like this. So for gold right now, I think our best bet is to see how this is going to close and see if we can still get above. 4 on the currency is an evening star, very different to futures. Yes, that is something I'm looking at, man. It's also kind of why I was opening to managing. But to be honest, this 4 hour on the currency is looking very strong. 4 hour on the currency is looking like you're going to close right back above 37.50. It also closes in an hour as well. So if the next hour on this 4 hour on the currency can wick down, I still like these longs. Yeah, amazing, Sid. Account's been locked out for me, or else my FOMO will kick in. These all-time highs re-entries. Yeah, that's amazing discipline. Lock yourself out. Tomorrow's a new day. Amazing work. That's good. Again, that's a good win. Write that down as well. Don't just write down the losses. Write down, you know, today I had a bit of FOMO. I locked myself out. That's a great win. Great, great, great win. You have to take pride in them wins as well. Yeah, I use fibs as well, man. I also use fibs for sometimes swing trading to look for like 61 to 71% retracements. Not for day trading though. Not for day trading. As if I had to trade off the currency, I like trading off the futures, man. I don't like trading off the currency. I still take currency swing trades, but all my execution is done on Topstep here. I'll look at a naked currency chart, which is kind of what I'm looking at right now. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, I always have this open on another screen. You know, maybe I'm looking at the hourly, or yeah, just had a look at the 4 hour because you guys mentioned it. But I'm always using this to look at like a, yeah, like an hourly chart. Hourly's still looking good here though. Tad the low, still trying to get back above. So all the execution is done here on Topstep. You guys on YouTube, remember, drop a like for the stream as well. We are here absolutely every single day. It's nice to finally get a good London trade here. Finally, London's starting to get some movement. Hopefully, it will continue for the rest of the week as well. Better than seeing gold at these all-time high levels. We have this hourly close coming up in 8 minutes as well. Let me just send this into Discord. Any guys still holding? Holding some runners? 100% sure. Yep, absolutely, man, absolutely. Might do it now, actually. Maybe we can do it now. Yeah, still into all-time highs. Nice. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it now, man. Let's do it now. So let's have a look. So we'll go back to the micro chart because that's where the trade was taken. So reasons for this trade is very, very key. So main reasons for the trade is obviously gold is very, very bullish. We know gold's very bullish, and we haven't quite hit all-time highs. We print some all-time highs here in Asia, and what I was basically looking at is, where have we gone? These. Let me start again. Sorry. So we had all-time highs here, and what I was basically thinking for today's London session is we're not at all-time highs, therefore we do still have room. I imagine, it's kind of what I was saying at the start of the stream, is a lot of people would be trying to short these all-time highs, risking off the highs. Therefore, what do we know gold loves to do? Even if gold was going to have a retracement, it loves to come up and liquidate these highs. Therefore, the smart trade is buying gold. So when we jumped on here at the London Open and we see this pre-London candle close doji, what I'm basically looking for is price to come down, liquidate some hourly lows before then getting right back up into the highs. So what we saw is a nice, very, very nice 30-minute came down, tagged these lows. We also have very nice support, broke above, resistance, broke above, support, all-time high targets. So we have clear targets, we have a decent breakout, we have a nice hourly liquidity grab, we have a high time frame bias, and then the execution was done here. Once the 15-minute started rejecting, drop down to the 5, take this nice 5-minute bullish breakout, and then we took the trade long from somewhere around here, risking off the lows, trying to target these all-time high levels. However, what I would say to you guys, this is why we have to stay neutral. The second we hit this resistance, regardless of if we want price to push up, we have to be open to managing the trade. You can also see here, look at this 5 minute. What did this 5 minute here do? 5 minute came down, tagged these lows, closed bullish. Therefore, that's a much more valid stop now. There's my most recent liquidity grab. There's my stop. As soon as we hit this resistance, cool. Break even, close some partials, and as it started to close some partials here, as it started to retrace, then just lock in the trade there full. Now you zoom out and you go, cool. We actually played that range pretty well. So decent amount of higher time frame confluences for that trade, and the trade was pretty much all based off that hourly time frame. So we used the hourly time frame and that pre-London candle to understand that price needs to come down for a liquidity grab before then we get back up into targets. So very nice breakout here pre-London, pull back at the London Open and buys up into all-time highs. And again, we do still have some very nice room here as well. So YouTube guys, I will wrap up there. Hope you guys did enjoy today's stream. Nice trade here today. Only a small range play, but it's looking like that's what London's doing here today. So we played the range very, very, very well. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that quick trade breakdown as well. If you guys do have any questions, remember I'll be back here tomorrow as well. I'll also be on Fast Markets today at 8:30 Central Time. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you guys same time again tomorrow. Be sure to check out the latest YouTube video posted on my channel, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.